So today we're going to be looking at fixing an iPhone 11 with a boot loop issue, which is caused by a faulty charge port. Boot looping is when the phone is finding an internal error and is having to restart because of it, meaning the phone only stays on for a couple of minutes. When we looked at our panic log, we could see that it was the charge port that was the issue. This repair will involve us replacing the charge port, so you can follow along on how to do this if you just want to replace the charge port and skip past the boot looping information. Please be aware the phone we're working on has previously been repaired and was missing a few internal components. We will be pointing out the missing components during this repair, so just be aware you may need to remove a few more internal components than us along the way. Before going ahead with this repair, there's a few things you need to know. In this guide, we're repairing an A2221 International model. If you're fixing a different type of iPhone model, there may be some differences that you might want to be made aware of. For safety reasons, before starting the repair, we recommend discharging the battery below 25%. This is to reduce the risk of fire if the battery is accidentally damaged during the repair. Also, if you're unsure what tools or parts you need to complete this repair, follow the link in the description where you can purchase the exact parts and tools we're using throughout this guide. So to start this repair, you can remove the two pentalobe screws with a pentalobe screwdriver at the bottom of the phone. Then you can pry the phone open using a prying tool. If you're not familiar with opening iPhones, I would recommend watching our iPhone 13 screen replacement video, which I've linked in the description. Once the device has been opened, you can use a tri-point 000 screwdriver to remove the three tri-point screws holding down the battery connector cover. Next, unscrew the logic board cover. Please note there should be 5 screws holding this cover down, however this iPhone is missing one of the screws. Now you can disconnect the battery connector, followed by the display connectors as well as the front sensor flex. Moving on, you can now remove the 5 crosshead screws holding the lower bracket with a Phillips 000 screwdriver, as well as the lower speaker screw in the bottom right hand corner, then remove the bracket. Next up, you can remove the SIM card tray and SIM. Now you can remove the SIM card reader and SIM reader connector bracket. Remove the crosshead screws at the top and disconnect the lightning connector flex. Next, remove the standoff screw holding the connector bracket down using a convex cross screwdriver, and then remove the bracket. Lastly, push the SIM ejector plunger towards the edge of the phone and then remove the bottom SIM card reader screw. Usually there's a grounding bracket underneath this screw that you would remove. However, this iPhone has been repaired previously and is missing the grounding bracket. Finally, disconnect the SIM card reader flex cable so you can remove the reader. Next, remove the 2 crosshead screws in the center of the device. There may be some connector tape covering these screws which you can remove with the tweezers and reapply during reassembly. If you're struggling to remove the Taptic Engine connector cover screw fully, then you can remove the 2 crosshead screws on the left hand side of the Taptic Engine and lift the Taptic Engine out with the connector cover still attached. But first you'll need to disconnect the Taptic Engine flex cable that sits underneath the connector cover. Now you can push the small board covering aside and remove the speaker standoff screw in the bottom right hand corner with a convex cross screwdriver. Next, remove another 3 standoff screws. Next, remove the crosshead screw in the bottom left of the phone and then remove the speaker. Remove the last 2 crosshead screws holding down the lightning connector to the housing. There's a couple of sensors that are folded over into a plastic jig in the bottom left. Gently fold them back and remove the plastic jig. Use tweezers to disconnect the microphones from the housing, then you can peel back the flex cable to remove the charge port from the phone. If you're struggling to get the flex free, apply some IPA to help loosen it from the housing. Now we can fit the new charging port. Start by removing the plastic pieces to reveal the adhesive and stick the charging port to the housing. Make sure the screw holes line up with the screw holes on the housing. It's worth noting that we always use reclaimed original charge ports, which tend to be more reliable. Screw in the bottom 2 crosshead screws and then use tweezers to line up the microphones into their spots. Refit the microphone and using a convex cross screwdriver, screw in the standoff screw. Refit the plastic jig, secure it down with the standoff screw and then fold down the sensors. Now you can secure it down with a crosshead screw and then screw in another standoff screw. Now you can reinstall the Taptic engine and connect its flex cable, followed by the 2 crosshead screws on the left hand side. Next, screw in another crosshead screw to the speaker. Refit the SIM tray and secure it down with 2 crosshead screws on the right hand side. Reconnect the SIM card reader flex followed by the connector bracket, secured by 1 crosshead screw and 1 standoff screw. And finally, reconnect the lightning connector flex. Reinstall the bottom shield and the 5 crosshead screws holding it down, as well as the 1 screw in the bottom right hand side. Before going any further, reconnect the display flexes as well as the battery flex and turn the phone on. To check and see if the boot loop issues are fixed, you'll need to set a timer for at least 3 minutes and make sure the screen remains on for those 3 minutes. If the iPhone stays on for over 3 minutes, you'll know the issue has been fixed. Now you know the boot looping is fixed, you can continue refitting the internal parts. Start by refitting the logic board cover with its 5 crosshead screws. Now refit the battery connector cover with 3 tri-point screws. Finish by closing up the iPhone. If you're unsure how to properly refit the screen with a waterproof adhesive, then I'd recommend watching our iPhone 13 screen replacement guide, which will be linked in the description. And that's it, that was our iPhone boot loop and charge port repair guide. I hope you found this guide useful. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button if you want to see more repair content like this one.